So for my video, I kind of wanted to demonstrate the safe ways of doing research online. So doing any type of web search, whether it's regarding for an assignment to do for a class where you have to do research for a certain event or something. I know for me, for my students as a history teacher, I would want them to have these tools to kind of educate themselves, and I just throw a topic at them, and they have the ability to find the research on their own and essentially kind of teach their peers, teach me the different findings that they got. So I think for me, I would start off with Google, and then from Google I'll start off with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a pretty good source to get an overview of whatever you're trying to look for. So in this case, let's say that I am teaching 11th grade US history, and I'm teaching them about the Zoot Suit riots. So something that I would tell them to do is just simply write what are the Zoot Suit riots. And then it just gives you an overview of what the Zoot Suit riots were, who was being targeted, why they were being targeted, and then you get the discrimination, economic inequalities, and cultural clashes. And this is just like a brief overview of what the students can get their hands on. But this is not too confirmed information, so I wouldn't allow them to use. They can use this as a paraphrase in their introduction to kind of give us an idea of what we're going to talk about, right? But at the same time, this is just an overview, and I wouldn't want them to cite this. So this is not a citation that they should use. This just be a summary that they give me, and we just transfer over to Google, and we just type in Zoot Suits in 1940s. And then here we get Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a trustworthy source. I would click on Wikipedia. So the reason why I'm on Wikipedia right now is because although anybody can edit the pages and put whatever they want, essentially it's monitored 24/7. So Wikipedia has it's just a big encyclopedia that is monitored 24/7, and if something seems inaccurate, and before you try to change something, it submits something to an actual person, so it's not just a robot. So that actual person reviews it, kind of fact checks it to make sure that it's correct, and they approve it or disapprove it. I know this from one of my credential courses that I took, History 401. We did Wikipedia project, and I will tell you, they are very harsh with the type of information you try to put. It could be the slightest off by just paraphrasing, and they won't allow it. So yeah, I'll just let them navigate through this, see what they find, what they want to find. Obviously I wouldn't let them quote this just because it's not a reliable source, because this is just like somebody else's work at the end of the day. Yeah, this can be like a secondary source for some sort of research papers, but yeah, it's a better summary, I guess, with it goes more in depth with the different types of people involved, why they were involved, the characteristics. And then this is the part that I like the most right here, is the reference page. Because the reference page is where we will find our information for the primary sources, the secondary sources that we can use for our research. So here is where we will find whatever we're looking for. I know Catherine S. Ramirez is a good one that students could use, but they can just go on they can just navigate this and then just go anywhere. They have access to JSTOR, then they'll be able to get some information from there, and it leads them to like a rabbit hole of more information, because here you have like the women and the Zoot Suits, so it gives you more room to work with. So you just find different types of sources that can help you. I believe this might be a newspaper article, if I'm not mistaken, a blog, but it's not loading. So just exit out of that. And yeah, this is like the biggest cheat code that I can give my students that is relatively good for them to kind of know where they can find the sources too, not just me telling them where to find sources too. But you can also, if they're looking for images too, Google's the best search engine. You can just search up again Zoot Suit Riots archives, and then you can get some like some images. The images right here, and it gives you like a little history right here of what the images are, and obviously these are primary sources, so obviously we can use these. You get reports, the parades, the telegrams, newspapers too right here. These are very good sources, I would say. They're just cut off, so it kind of just like doesn't give you the full story, but from whatever you read and whatever the students want to use, they can use there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, this is where they can find most of their sources. And on the